today's program, the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture and the Ministry of Agriculture collaborate to intensify agriculture education in primary and secondary schools. I am Amanda-Faye Clarke and this is Agriculture in Focus. Good day and welcome. The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, A.I.F, and the Ministry of Agriculture collaborate to intensify agriculture education in primary and secondary schools. This as the St. Lucia Agriculture Forum for Youth, SLAFI, under the direction of A.I.F, have unveiled its logo for the Helping Out Our Primary and Secondary Schools project in St. Lucia. Now entering its third phase, the HOOPS project will not only be expanded to other schools across the island, but will draw on the expertise of industry partners to augment its support for the agriculture curriculum currently being taught at schools. A.I.F.'s representative to the OECS, Uname Gordon, says, the success of the HOOPS project is testimony that the agriculture sector can thrive in St. Lucia if industry leaders can work together to harness the interest and drive of the youth.
Really a perfect example of partners converting intent into action. Saying that youth are not involved or are not engaged in agriculture, but getting youth involved in agriculture to show that this is not so. When we say youth are not involved in agriculture, we do nothing about it. We are subscribing to the notion that they are not involved in agriculture. And by the students being here this morning, making their way all the way from down south and getting here on time, as I would say, we can demonstrate that this inaction is not a part of our psyche. So I want to thank the Ministry of Agriculture and CFL for all the pressures and the commitment that was brought to bear in getting HOOPS to this point. Sometimes I like to say as policymakers and development partners, we tend to look for solutions where there are already solutions to the problem and where solutions already exist. And HOOPS is a perfect example of what is possible when we focus on an idea that was seeded by the youth themselves.
In applauding the support from its main corporate partner, Consolidated Foods Limited, President of the St. Lucia Agriculture Forum for Youth, Kurt Harris, says, the most effective way to command the interest of youth in agriculture is for industry partners and stakeholders to be united in building the island's agriculture economy. According to him, Consolidated Foods have remained steadfast in its commitment to continually grow agriculture in St. Lucia by maintaining a favorable environment for farmers to sell their produce.
The HOOPS first phase came to an end, and the school community, seeing that magnificent tree rise, had more schools wanting to partake of its fruit. It was a grand task, and the HOOPS needed fertilization. It needed that injection of extra nutrients that would allow it to grow and produce so much more. Then suddenly, a powerful homegrown fertilizer came forth to assist and ensure the beautifully developed tree would never die. That potent organic homegrown fertilizer is Consolidated Foods Limited. The formula developed was unique, a natural supplement that fostered unprecedented growth and production. Even through the worst storm to hit our lovely island in years, Thomas, the organic homegrown fertilizer, CFL, assured that the HOOPS tree stood tall and strong. We continue to be so fertilized, and the fruit of the HOOPS first phase has already been consumed by many, but shortly we'll be able to identify with those fruits. To CFL, I say thank you. SLAFI's mandate is and will continue to be to work toward improvement and growth in agriculture for youth. Many a scholar, be him at university or on the streets, see agriculture as a menial task set aside for the poor, rural, less cultured amongst us. As we see on a regular basis, the farmer is the only one who holds his phone upside down, the only one who is dirty, missing teeth, or downright what I do not want to be. We hope to change all of that through the hoops. And we have begun, and we will continue to lobby and work hard towards changing that opinion.
Consolidated Foods Limited, or CFL, having placed much emphasis on playing a leading role in providing easy access for solutions to purchase fresh local fruits and vegetables, have laid a resilient platform to assist members of the farming community to sustain their agribusinesses. Divisional Head of Marketing and Corporate Communications, Soraya Best Joseph, asserts the premise on which her company stands is that of building agriculture one farmer at a time. And it is for this reason CFL has spared no effort in partnering with the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture and the Ministry of Agriculture on its various initiatives.
Indeed, CFL is honored to be a major contributor to a program that underpins the existing agricultural programs offered at our primary and secondary schools, a program that allows for continued exposure to agricultural technologies and agribusiness, a program that truly is helping to change perceptions by making agriculture a more rewarding and attractive encounter for students as well as a career option. CFL's mission, values, and business strategy all recognize the importance of supporting the local community, our economy, and our schools. And we do so in many ways, through our involvement in youth and sports activities, the environment, health and wellness, culture, and most significantly, agriculture, a sector which is so very important to our business as retailers. This is clearly demonstrated through our support for our CFL farmers and producers. With them, we are creating a market for products, supporting livelihoods, supplying the nation with fresh, healthy products, helping to reduce the island's food import bill, and very importantly, improving food security, an issue which is becoming even more critical these days. Our commitment to HOOPS highlights the value that we place on the future of the agricultural sector. For the last 3 years, our investment through sponsorship as well as close collaborations have helped to enhance agriculture as a business subject in schools, but more importantly, ensuring the sustainability of the sector through education and community building to promote a healthy and sustainable food system. In fact, it is my view that today's theme, Youth in Agriculture, Creating New Agri-Leaders for Sustainable Development, captures the essence of our decision as a company to wholeheartedly embrace this program and the over $150,000 invested to date. I am pleased to note the very solid relationship that has been developed between our buying depots, our supermarkets, and the schools. Much of what is grown within the program is sold at both Super J.I.J. supermarkets and Mega J. As a local and proud company, CFL is taking responsibility and taking action on this all-important issue.
The Marigold Secondary School is just one of 14 primary and secondary schools participating in the HOOPS project. And as the Vice Principal of the school, Mary Allen, explains, the students have demonstrated a keen interest in not only succeeding in agriculture at the CXC level, but are keenly pursuing options to develop agribusinesses and careers in agriculture.
The school's model farm project, and this includes fish production, rabbits, we're looking at livestock as well, has contributed to the nation's development by bringing in a new approach to learning agriculture and implementing new technologies for agriculture production. The model farm project was conceptualized mainly to improve the quality of education, through the introduction of new technologies and integration of other subject areas such as food and nutrition, principles of business, principles of accounts, and the sciences, to supply the school's canteen and local market with vegetables, fruits, and meat, to foster the development of entrepreneurial skills and agro-business training, to foster linkages with other schools, thereby assisting students in accomplishing their stipulated school curriculum needs, to improve the quality of the family's nutrition without increasing cost of living, to inspire children to start small production units in limited backyard spaces, to create an avenue for technology transfer vital for agricultural development and food security, to create linkages with various business establishments. Participating in the HOOPS project has enhanced the school's confidence and technical expertise, which has spiraled in other areas of the teaching-learning process.
Both AICA and the Agriculture Ministry have on their own initiated projects geared towards educating and empowering the agriculture community. But together they have designed and launched initiatives that will impact how St. Lucians perceive agriculture in a positive way. Minister for Agriculture, Food Production, Fisheries and Rural Development, Honorable Moses Jean-Baptiste says, while the two institutions are gaining momentum on their many initiatives, most recently the agreement and work on the pineapple value chain, AICA's success with its HOOPS project places in context what can be achieved in and through agriculture to improve youth involvement in the industry.
This march towards getting youth involved in agriculture and food production must be commended. I wish to echo the sentiments of speakers before me who commended ICA and the hard work that this organization has done throughout St. Lucia to produce real results that you can measure, results that you can actually see and feel. I say to you, young people, that this forward movement in agriculture and food production in this country is important, not simply because we want you to take another subject in your school curriculum, but it has a much wider significance. Why am I saying so to you? I'm saying so to you because your involvement in agriculture and food production is not simply because it's a subject in school. It has to do with our survival. It has to do with your survival. It has a lot to do with your future medical bills. It has a lot to do with whether you will be spending thousands and thousands of dollars trying to get medical attention in and out of St. Lucia.
The Helping Out Our Primary and Secondary Schools project is just one initiative that is geared towards youth participation in growing the island's agriculture industry. Much like the Agriculture Ministry's Youth Agri-Entrepreneurial Project, the HOOPS initiative sparks the interest of young people by employing the expertise of agriculture professionals and innovative strategies to enhance agriculture education among the youth.
Did you know that government provides duty-free incentives on farm machinery, inputs, irrigation systems, boat engines, boats, and many more? Investing in agriculture, a wise choice.
This is where we conclude Agriculture in Focus for today. Agriculture in Focus is a production of the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Production, Fisheries and Rural Development. Until next time, I am Amanda-Faye Clarke. Thanks for listening.